This is the story of Annemarie Moser, the woman who became one of the greatest alpine skiers in history. Her journey began in the quiet Austrian village of Kleinau, surrounded by mountains that would shape her destiny. As a child, she learned to ski not on perfect slopes or with advanced equipment, but on rough terrain, icy trails, and simple gear. What she lacked in resources, she made up for with determination. Even at a young age, she showed a calm confidence, a natural balance, and a fearless drive that set her apart. By her teenage years, Annemarie was already becoming known in the skiing world. At just 16, she joined the World Cup circuit, stepping into a competitive environment dominated by older, more experienced racers. But she surprised everyone. Her technique was powerful yet graceful, and her consistency was unlike anything seen before. Race after race, she pushed through difficult conditions and made challenging courses look effortless. In 1970, her true era began. Annemarie started collecting victories with remarkable speed. She won her first World Cup races, and soon she was winning almost everything. Her talent stretched across several disciplines: downhill, giant slalom, and combined events. At a time when most skiers specialized in one area, Annemarie excelled in many. Her competitors admired her, but they also feared the dominance she showed on the slopes. Throughout the early 1970s, Annemarie became nearly unstoppable. She won 6 overall World Cup titles, including an unprecedented run of 5 consecutive titles from 1971 to 1975. No woman in skiing had ever achieved something like this. And during her career, she collected 62 World Cup victories, a record that remained untouched for decades. Her skiing was more than athletic ability, it was a form of mastery. The mountain did not intimidate her. She understood it, responded to it, and challenged it. But at the height of her success, she made a decision that showed her strength off the slopes as well. Her father became seriously ill, and Annemarie chose to step away from competition to care for him. She left the international spotlight without hesitation. To many, it seemed like the end of her career. Athletes rarely take such a break and return to the same level. But Annemarie was different. She placed family first, and when she eventually returned to racing, she returned with the same determination that had always defined her. After her father passed away, Annemarie came back to the World Cup in 1977. Many wondered if she could still compete with the younger generation. She answered that question immediately. She won races, stood on podiums, and proved that her skills had not faded. Her experience made her even stronger. She moved with the same precision, the same confidence, and the same hunger for excellence. There was, however, one accomplishment missing from her career: an Olympic gold medal. She had experienced disappointment in previous Olympic Games, coming close but never crossing the finish line as the champion. For an athlete so decorated, this missing piece lingered as the final goal. In 1980, at the Winter Olympics in Lake Placid, Annemarie had one last chance. She stood at the top of the downhill course, not as a young prodigy, but as a seasoned athlete who had known success, sacrifice, loss, and return. She understood this might be her final major race. When she pushed out of the starting gate, she skied with complete focus. Every movement was controlled, powerful, and perfectly timed. When she crossed the finish line and looked at the results, she saw what she had chased for so long: Olympic gold at last. That victory marked the perfect end to her competitive career. She retired soon after, not because she was forced to, but because she had achieved everything she set out to do. She left the sport as a legend, one of the most successful skiers of all time and a role model for athletes around the world. Annemarie Moser-Pröll's story is more than a list of titles and statistics. It is a story of resilience. She showed that greatness is not only measured by victories, but also by the choices made in moments of difficulty. She walked away from fame to care for her family. She returned stronger after grief. she pursued excellence with patience, discipline, and humility. Today, her name remains synonymous with dominance in alpine skiing. Her record stood for decades, and even as new generations rise, her legacy remains deeply respected. She proved that champions are not defined by a single race or a single moment, but by an entire journey, one shaped by courage, perseverance, and an unshakable belief in oneself. This is the legacy of Annemarie Moser, the woman who conquered mountains, inspired millions, and carved her name into the history of the sport forever.